I'm so red right now because I just got done my interview with Thalia. She's this professional dating coach in New York, Miami. She hooks up all these amazing matchmaking couples. She gave me some really, really important advice. I'm becoming more self-aware. I think I've got the tools in the toolbox to get the job done. So the single bachelor thing, Jonathan at 37 thinking he's cool because he owns a couple Bitcoin, but he's lonely as heck. We're going to change that. She gave me some incredible tips. So you're like, why are you doing this on your channel, bro? You're going to lose subscribers. Well, one, I don't care about subscribers. I care about being authentic to who I am. So if you don't like it, unsubscribe anyways. But number two, most of you guys are dudes. And some of you are either divorced, you've given up on life. You're single, you haven't found the love of your life. And you're wondering like, how do I get the job done? Yes, I got money. I'm an entrepreneur. I got the freedom lifestyle, but maybe you haven't found that special somebody and you need help. I am here to help because I'm in the same boat. So you're going to use my life as a template. You can learn from me. I had an amazing conversation with Thalia. This whole AMA, if you want to call it, ask her anything. It was so awesome. You're going to learn a ton. You're going to learn about the secrets to like DMing girls. You're going to learn what to do, what not to do on a first date. You're going to learn about what I do on first dates. That's super stupid. So last Friday night, this whole thing started. I was lonely looking at the Bitcoin charts. This Friday is a different story. I'm taking action. I'm getting the advice I need to hopefully get the job done. So crypto dating channel is right here. I'm just saying. But if you don't like this content, that's fine. Maybe we won't do this ever again. But if you do like this video, leave me a comment. There's a part in this video where I asked you to leave a comment. Legit, leave a comment. I'm curious to hear your responses. Without further ado, guys, I'm not kidding. This interview is really fun. And Talia is an amazing person. And we might do it again. She's super awesome. You're going to love this. Ladies and gentlemen, my interview with a dating coach, matchmaking expert, Thalia. All right, guys, I am super nervous. I have with us a professional dating coach. So I've got to be on my best behavior. In fact, I have a candle right here and I thought we would light it just, to set the tone for us talking about dating in the modern world. So I'm just going to set this up here. I don't know if that's creepy or romantic. She's going to help me figure this out. But if you are like me, and you're kind of lost in this modern world of dating, you don't even know what you want anymore. You kind of are sick of the apps. You feel like humans have become a commodity, swipe left, swipe right. You get on a date. You don't know if you can trust them. You just want to give up. I feel you. So my story, full transparency, I'm 37 and I'm single and I haven't really been on a date. I don't think I've been on a date in 2022. Focused on my business, entrepreneur. That's the way it is. So Thalia is here. Welcome to the channel, Thalia. We're so glad to have you.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
So you are a dating and I don't know, a matchmaking expert. What in the world does that mean?
So it basically means that I set people up for a living. I have my own company, so I do matchmaking, but I also do coaching. So I'm also an expert in working with men into how to track the girl they're looking for, and also how to vet for yourself. If you don't want to do matchmaking, how can you be your best matchmaker?
Okay, so to start, what I've done is I've prepared a couple pickup lines to see whether or not these should ever be used out of my mouth ever again. Okay, so we need to rank them 0 to 10. Are you ready? This is where we're gonna start, and then we're gonna go into some more deeper stuff. Okay, so here we go. If I go up to a girl and say, "Hey, do you by chance work for Google?" You got to play along. So do you by chance work for Google?
I don't.
Oh, because you're the only thing that I've been searching for. Oh gosh. We're off to a rough start.
No, it's funny. It's funny, but it's not genuine. It's funny, but it's not genuine.
Okay. So let's try again.
So like a 5. So like a 5.
Okay, 5. Sometimes I wish I was cross-eyed so I could see you twice.
I'm going to give that a 2.
Yeah, that was a little creepy, going right out with the cross-eye thing. Okay. Do you by chance work for an electric company?
I don't.
That's strange because when I look at you, you light up my life.
Oh God. Listen, no, that's a 1. Like it's a 1.
I just can't imagine. Like, I'm so shy when I get in public. Like if you put me with a couple of the boys, I can go up to anybody and act like I'm the king of kings. But when I'm by myself in my grocery store in my local town, I just don't want to approach a girl because I'm like, she's going to think I'm a creep and she probably just wants to be left alone. So, you know, talking about some of these pickup lines, like, do pickup lines even work? Is that even a thing?
No, they don't. They really
Really?
don't. No, I think that if you treat the interaction as if it's normal and she is just potentially a friend or she could end up being a potential partner, it will go so much smoother. But if you go into it with a pickup line, it's just like you're already like we're already tired of the pickup lines. We just want something authentic. Just go in there with confidence and just be you. Like if you see a girl and she has a really nice outfit on, or if you're in line at Starbucks or any coffee shop and you smell her perfume and it's actually really nice and that's authentic to you, like you actually do like it, just mention it. Be like, oh my gosh, what is that? That smells really nice. Just be authentic, be genuine.
Okay, this is good. Guys, take
Mm-hmm.
notes right now. Okay, so here's the thing. This is where I want to go a little bit deeper when it comes to the face-to-face interaction. So I struggle with one, getting the courage to go up to the girl because I immediately think she's just going to think I'm a freak. I don't know why I have like low confidence, but it's not, I don't know if it's low confidence or just a lot of respect for someone being alone in public and not needing to be bothered by a guy. So let's say I did that, like, hey, wow, is that your perfume? It smells really good. Um, and then she's like, yeah, oh, thank you. How do you immediately go, can I get your number? Like, I don't want to be that guy. So what is the transition?
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that? Navigate that?
Okay, well, two things. Number one, you don't even know if you want her number yet. Remember, like you're vetting her. So you broke the ice, right? And then just start a conversation with her. And if her vibe, like if her energy is open and welcoming and warm, and you're like, okay, this is going in a good direction. I kind of already like her energy, then that's one thing. Then like aim to get her number by the end of it or get her Instagram. I think now we live in a new world where getting someone's Instagram is a little bit more appropriate.
Okay.
Um, so that's one approach. And what was the second question?
Just like how to make that transition from like, you smell good to, can I get your Instagram? Like, how do I know whether to continue the conversation? Like, what's the body cue I should be reading? And
Mm.
that always just seems to be really weird for me.
So it'll catch her off guard, I'm sure, but just like wait for her to open up. So like talk about the perfume for a second, be like, oh yeah, like whatever, just be you and be authentic. So if you actually do like the perfume and it reminds you of something, you can mention that. Or if you just actually like the smell, ask her what it is. And then if you recognize him, like, you know what? That's exactly what I thought it was. Play cool or something. And you can also segue into just like pick up your habits. Like, where are you? If you're at Starbucks, be like, have you been here before? If you're at a really cute local cafe that just opened, mention like, have you been here before? My sister told me about it, which is why I decided to come by. Use your environment towards your advantage.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Like if I'm at my grocery store, like, do you get your groceries here a lot? Like, oh, it's cool. Like, you like green peppers too? Oh, that's great. Like, I don't know. I guess laugh about it, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just here's the thing. I think that the biggest thing that bothers us is when a guy tries to hit on us and there's no confidence. Like you need to go in there with so much confidence that you don't give
A flying rip.
yes, you need to go in there. Like, I don't care what the outcome of this is.
Yeah.
You're not going to lose anything. That's for sure. Cause you walked in single, right?
Yeah.
So you're not losing anything. You're starting from the bottom. So I think that, and also it's just like practice. The more you practice and the more you experience rejection with your love life, the more it becomes not a big deal. Like you completely blow it off. You forget about it 3 seconds later. The first 10 times will sting a little bit. You'll be like, oh, okay, that didn't go so well. But then you'll pick yourself back up and you'll keep doing it. It's just like crypto. The first couple times you're investing, maybe it didn't go that well. And then it starts going really well because you honed in on your craft and you know your craft.
Love this girl, guys. Did you hear what she just said? She's giving crypto analogies here. This is wonderful. All right, so we're gonna ask her, like, I'm gonna ask her near the end, like, tell me about like how to get in the DMs, because a lot of you guys, that's all you do is DM girls. So we're gonna ask that. So make sure you like this video. If you like this content, you got to show me by liking the video and stick around, subscribe. Maybe we'll do more of this, but you got to let me know. All right, so my question to you is, how did you become this matchmaker? Why did you want to become this matchmaker? Have you had any success? And what are just tell quickly a little bit of your story, how you got here.
Okay. So I have a tech background. So I was territory VP and I didn't really care for the job. My mentor was like, why don't you do something you love? And I said, what, like matchmaking? Because I was always doing it on the side anyways. And she goes, yeah, you have so many testimonies. You have people who have gotten married because of you. Why don't you
Wow.
quit your job and pursue something you're actually passionate about? So I did my homework. I found out that, matchmaking is a $2.2 billion industry to be in. So I quit my job, worked for the largest matchmaking agency in the Southeast. And then after working for them for 2 years, I learned, everything. I had at that point all the resources and the tools to start my own. So I booked a one-way ticket to New York, started my own company, and had a wait list within the first 6 months.
That's crazy. Like you moved
Mm-hmm.
to New York, you didn't have any clients, you didn't know what would happen.
No, it was a complete leap of faith. I moved to New York with 5 bags, couch surfing on my best friend's couch for the first 2 weeks, focused on growing the company, building a company, and then finally got my own place and just started that whole journey. It was really tough. It was tough at first, but then it paid off. And I think if you follow your life purpose and you do what you're meant to do in this lifetime, then everything just kind of falls into place.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're a real entrepreneur. You built something from scratch. You took a leap. All my audience is going to love
Mm-hmm.
that. You're not just some pretty face talking about dating. And I think that's like awesome that you're doing what you love and you're helping real people. So like maybe I'll put you on the spot. Like, has your service actually worked?
It has. So I stopped counting how many weddings. I think I stopped counting at 10. I was like, okay, we're done with
Wow.
it's just, yeah. A lot of people end up getting married, a lot of people getting set up. So it's great.
That's amazing. Okay, well, we got to get down to business because I got to be number 11 on your list. So, let's talk. Today we thought we'd go through five ways to like navigate the modern dating scene because it is messed up. It's crazy. Sometimes I think about not living in America anymore and just going. I just got back from the Philippines and it's like the women there just seem more traditional and kind. And dating in the Philippines is not that hard because for cultural reasons, whatever. But it seems like I
Right.
come back to the States, I focus in on my business. I'm not in the DMs. I'm not on Tinder. I don't interact with the female types that often. When I'm at the grocery store, like I said, too, that's like the only place I go there and like Chipotle. So maybe you can help me. Let's go through these five. What do you got? What do you help a brother out?
Okay, so first things first, you need to be on a dating app. If you are not exposing yourself in real life, like you just said, you only go to Chipotle and the grocery store, you need to be on a dating app so that your surroundings know about you and know that you're in the dating pool. That would be my first immediate thing. Get on a
But
dating app.
I'm just
Not
expecting
Tinder,
her to
not
like
Tinder.
I'm just expecting her to like drive down my driveway, knock on my door, and be like, hello, love of your life here. Answer to your mother's prayers. Nice to meet you. And you're saying that's not going to happen.
No, no, absolutely not.
That's
It's
the
not.
thing. But a lot of guys have given up. Like you're talking to hundreds of men right now that are like, I've tried the apps, bro. They don't work. What do you say to that?
They do work. It's twofold, right? It's how good is your profile, right? Are you attracting, like, your profile is your billboard. Does your billboard really represent you? Does it represent the activities you love? Does it represent the type of people you surround yourself with? Does it represent your hobbies? Because remember, as a female, we're scrolling and we're looking to see, okay, he's also active. Okay, he's also, religious or whatever. Like, you need to have your profile represent your brand, represent you as a person. And then after that, you have to devote time. If you see a match, you have to slide in those DMs. Like, it's very time sensitive.
Okay, so what about like shirt off or on for your Tinder profile?
No, we are not using Tinder. Tinder is
Okay,
a hookup
okay.
app.
So what apps do you
So,
suggest then? What else do we got out there?
so I would use Hinge as the number one choice.
Okay.
Second choice would be Bumble.
Bumble. Okay, cool. And so farmer's daughter, all that, we're not doing that. Okay.
And get professional pictures done.
Really?
There's a whole statistic. Oh yeah, there's a whole statistic on it that the people that get professional pictures where it's clear, you can actually see, and it's not just like a mirror selfie situation, they always get more matches than the people that just have like iPhone pics or selfies.
So like should I take my shirt off and pose and be like Like for my first photo, what's the first photo? Shirt on, me with my
Shirt
mother, me
on.
with my dog. What are we doing?
Yes, dogs are the best props.
Bro, I have a
Women
mini
love
golden
dogs.
doodle.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you should be using that.
So you're saying like this right here is a profile photo.
Absolutely.
That's
That
gonna
right
get it.
there, yes, with the shirt on, maybe like a button up or something, or just like looking clean cut, looking, you know, I think
Okay.
that would be such a good check magnet. Absolutely.
All right.
Hmm.
So like I've told my family like I have a proximity issue because where I live, there's just not a lot of people that have the same lifestyle, same vision for their life, values. Um, so my proximity issue can be fixed via an app. Don't give up on the apps. Get on Hinge. So I'm not on Hinge, but ladies, you're about to see me on Hinge. All right. So that's the first thing. What else? What else do we got?
Another thing would be put yourself out there. So if you are only going to, let's just say Whole Foods or Chipotle or Starbucks, like
I didn't say Whole
making,
Foods. Relax on the, okay, let's
okay,
bring it down
relax.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it
Yeah.
down like 5 notches. Okay.
Right.
So then I would
Inflation's
do
been rough.
relations route. So I would do just put yourself out there. If you see a girl that you're attracted to, shoot your shot. No pickup line guys, they don't work. Be authentic. Be you. If you love her outfit or if you like her perfume, or again, use the environment towards your advantage. Whatever you see around you, be like, oh, have you been here before? Or oh my gosh, tell her a story. Be like, last time I was here, this guy came in and tried to rob the place. It was crazy.
Oh
Like
yeah, I like the
we
story thing.
yeah, because we'll be like, oh my gosh, no way. Like girls just, we're so gullible,
Yeah.
we'll fall right into it. So
Yeah. Last time I was
yeah.
here, I was buying these chicken breasts. I had salmonella and I was throwing up every, no, maybe not. Maybe that's too far. But
That's
yeah, I
a little
like
bit
the
too far.
story idea.
I
So
wouldn't even make it about you. I would make it about that whatever that thing outside.
yeah,
Does that
because she'll
make
be
sense?
like, why are you telling me your life story, bro? Please leave me alone, you creep.
Right.
Um, all right. What else do we got? Um, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I want to share this with you. I got this DM forever ago and I thought it was so good that I think we should share it with your audience.
So this we're gonna go right to the place of what's the best way to get a girl's attention in the DMs.
I think it's a good place. Yeah, I think we
Okay,
should go there.
guys, this is the time that you lean in because we're about to get the secret sauce for life. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So this guy said, hi, Talia. So you want to say her name and then you want to put dash, right? Because you want to look a little bit professional. Like you want to look
Dash, not
previous.
comma, like I'm writing a
You can
love
do a
letter.
comma.
Okay, comma's fine.
Comma's fine. Dash is fine. Either one. Um, so apparently him and I met at some point that night and I don't remember him. So he said, we didn't get a chance to speak last night. I didn't know you knew my friends, period. Would love to take you out for a drink or a light bite. Let me know, Nick. And he put his name like comma Nick. And I thought that was just so, it was well written. It wasn't like, it was authentic. It wasn't a pickup line. It wasn't, it was just very genuine. And so
Can you read
I
that
think that's
again? Because I just need to hear this. Go ahead, read it again.
sure. Okay. Hi, Talia, dash or
Dash.
comma. We didn't get a chance to really speak last night. I didn't realize you knew my friends, period. Would love to take you out for a drink or a light bite. Let me know, comma, Nick.
A light bite, meaning
With
like
it
it
with a
doesn't need
smiley face emoji.
because it's like no pressure, no threatening. We'll get the drink in us. We'll get the heck out of there. Pretend like it
Hmm.
never happened.
Yeah.
And so what
Yeah.
happened? Did you respond to Nick with a yes or a no?
I did. Yeah, because I thought it was such a good message. And
Wow.
I also, yeah. And so I really think that if it's authentic and it's not a pickup line and it's well structured, you address the person. And just so you know, if you don't meet that person in real life, right, you didn't, because this is unique, right? Because apparently we met that night and I knew more of his friends. So if you don't know them, you can say, hi, Emily, comma, how are you? I noticed we had some things in common, because you want to say that like based on their profile. I noticed we had some things in common. I would love to take you out sometime for a drink or a light bite, period. Let me know, comma, Jonathan, or, whatever.
Okay, I'm writing.
And there's a statistic too that people that use emojis get more results in their love life. So throw an
Any
emoji, throw in a smiley
specific
face emoji.
any specific emojis that get the girl's heart spinning?
The one that's not creepy that I think you're safe through and through, I would say is just a regular smiley face emoji.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, there you go. Emojis are our friends. So you mentioned, yeah, if I DM a girl that I don't know, uh, don't like, what about guys that typically just are like, hey, I think you're super beautiful, super hot right away, like talking about the physical right away?
No, don't do
No,
it.
don't do it.
No, because then you don't stand out. And it's such an empty compliment.
Yeah, I would imagine like any fairly decent looking female types probably hear that more than anything, and they might want to be known for more than just their physical outward look.
Yes, that's why I said in the message, but I noticed we had some things in common because that'll also create curiosity. Like, oh, I
Curiosity.
wonder, just maybe she has a golden doodle too, and she's like, oh, I wonder, maybe he has one too. Like, she'll kind of wonder, like, what do we have in common? So you're kind of building that mystery too.
Okay. What about guys that go through and like all the girls' photos?
That's fine.
It's not
Like, you're
creepy.
trying to, are you trying to get her attention? I mean, I would say like no more than four,
Okay,
maybe
no more than
three.
four. All right, guys, there you go. Don't go through like 1988. She posted something. You're like double tapping that sucker. All right, so that's good. That's some good DM advice right here, guys. And this is a matchmaker. She's the one giving people this information. Okay, so now let's say the girl's giving you the opportunity to have that drink, to have that light bite. What is appropriate on the first date? Like, what is the best way to get over the awkwardness of like, we don't know each other. I don't know if you're going to like me. I don't even know if I'm going to like you. How do you like create this a chill environment?
Just be confident. I want you to do a mantra. Like, I want you to be in your Uber or in your car on your way to the date, and I want you to remind yourself what you bring to the table. And whatever that is for you, be like, I am confident. I am financially stable. I am all these things. I have a great family. I bring a lot to the table. I want you to build up yourself. Like, I want you to be your biggest hype man before you get to that date. So then when you get to that date, you're just like, you know what? I got this. And if she doesn't see the value, no loss, it's
Yeah,
all
you're
good.
like, she probably doesn't even own Bitcoin. Screw her.
Exactly.
What should I avoid talking about on my first date?
This is easy. This is a good one. Whatever you do, do not mention your ex. This is the biggest mistake people make on a first date. This, first dates are a good opportunity for two people to see, do we have things in common? Do we like to do the same things? This is not a time for you to treat her as your therapist or to mention any past pain, any suffering. I think sometimes people get a little nervous and they overshare, and
Yeah.
then they get home and they're like, oh my God, why did I say that? So you
I
want to
think it's
just
because I want, like, for me, I'll sometimes
mm,
overshare because it's like a test of like, I want her to see I'm fully transparent. I'm looking for a deeper connection. I don't just want to talk about the weather. Here's all my past trauma. And just look at her face.
no, please don't do that, because we know, because you'll make her feel like a therapist, and she'll probably go home and text your group, in the group text of girls, and be like, oh my God, he needs a therapist so bad. You don't want that. So no, you want to just, you have such an interesting life. And I'm sure all the other investors on Bitcoin that are listening to this also have interesting lives. And so if you need to mention those things and ask good questions, and oh my gosh, Jonathan, one of the biggest things, be self-aware of how much time you spend talking so that you throw back the mic every once in a while. It's good to have like 50-50, you talk, I talk. If you ask her about her siblings and she gives you a really good answer, and she's like, what about you? And then, you give a good answer. You want that flow energy between the two of you.
Are there
Mhm.
any good like first questions? Like you sit down, you're like, so what do you do? Tell me about your ex.
No, we're not talking about your ex. No, just get to know her. Like, if there's certain things, I think the first thing that people do wrong is they don't have a list at all of what they're looking for, of like the non-negotiables. I think that's probably the best starting point is before your date, maybe the day or two before, write down the things that are non-negotiables. Because if not, that is like trying to find a missing person without the description.
Trying to find a missing person without the description. I love that. That's a great quote.
Mm-hmm.
Or going on a journey without knowing the destination, knowing where you're
Right.
going. Like none of us leave
Mm-hmm.
our house unless you're a girl and you go to Target, then it's just, you don't know what you're there for. Every girl ends up at Target. All right. So, now I want to ask you, for you, personally, like when you're doing your matchmaking service, like let's say we got some guys on here that are like, man, I could use her help. How do you have like a list of just beautiful women, a list of beautiful men, and you're like, yeah, that guy's hot, she's hot, let's match make them? How does it work? Like, do you do personality tests, or what do you do?
Yeah. So what I can tell you is this. I work with men, which means they come to me and they have their list. They're like, this is what I'm looking for in a person. And I'm like, okay. And then I look back at my database. I'm like, okay, do I have this? Do I not have this? If I have it, I will take them on as a client because I know I can help them. And we go through, their lifestyle choices. We go through definitely the personality. Are they middle of the road, extroverted, introverted? But I think one of the I'd probably say the two biggest things is lifestyle choices. Like, I'm not going to set somebody who's a very healthy individual, like meal preps, goes to the gym, what have you, with someone who doesn't at all care about being active, doesn't care about being in shape, and eats whatever they want. Like, that's not a good match. You want to have similar lifestyle choices. And you also, religion, believe it or not, religion and politics are big too. A lot of people divorced during COVID because their political views came out. I'm an anti-vaxxer versus I'm a vaxxer. Like, all these different things were happening. And so, it was kind of sad to see so many divorces happen because people's principal value weren't in alignment with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when
So it's
people
important.
like I have a mother who, bless her heart, has prayed for 37 years, God bring that man a wife. And for whatever reasons, it just hasn't happened. Now I've had long-term girlfriends. I feel like I've dodged a million bullets in my life. Like, so I feel happy. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I don't feel like I'm in the state of loss. I'm in a state of hope. In fact, I tell people, what would life be like if you had nothing to look forward to? So me looking forward to, because I've got money now. I've got, the house of my dreams. I got the dog. I got the cars, I got it all. I got freedom. I can travel wherever I want, pay all my bills, all that crap. And my family looks at that and thinks, man, he's got it made. But then I look at what they've got with a wife and kids, and I'm like, grass is always greener, right? It just depends
Mm.
what side of the fence you're on. You're always looking at someone else's. But I feel like in today's world, like, do you believe that people can be complete as single individuals, or is it that they they have to find somebody? Like, what if some people are just good and they don't want to find somebody or date or get married?
Okay, Jonathan, you're talking to a matchmaker. So obviously, I'm going to say that finding your person is a beautiful thing, and that,
Mm-hmm.
I believe we have multiple soulmates. I don't think we just have the one, like, you have to find the one. It's actually scientifically proven that that's not true. So there are multiple people that is a good fit for you. And, um, it's not for me to say that everyone needs to find someone. If you're single and happy and you're watching this, then keep being single and happy and don't bother being in the dating pool. But for those of you that are watching this and you're like, no, like, I am single and I have all these amazing things, but that last thing that's missing is my person, then I would advise them to get on in online dating, right? I would either do Hinge or Bumble. I would either hire a matchmaker if that's not working, or I would hire a dating coach. Like, if you actually do have access to a lot of people and you're constantly inserting yourself in situations where you could meet someone of interest, and yet it's just not happening, maybe a dating coach would be a good idea, because maybe you just need to tune up some of these skill sets and just refine them a little bit.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you definitely could be a resource for people. Um, what about how many girls should a guy date at a time if he's just starting out? Like, if I go on a date with a girl on Friday, well, today's Friday, I'll be alone, but by myself eating pizza once again. But if, let's say, next Friday, my mother's prayers come to fruition and I'm on a date with a girl, what if do I tell her like, hey, I might be going on a date next Friday with someone else, or like
No,
she just rolls her
no,
eyes like, don't do
absolutely
that.
not.
Okay, but what
No,
about like, what if I want to date 5 different girls at the same time to see which one I like?
that's okay. It's called wine tasting. You have to try different wines to see what you like. I'm all for the wine tasting.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
all's good. But
now,
you
but
don't
just don't,
tell
just
them
don't.
that.
Okay, but then that's not
No,
being honest, right? I'm not honest.
no, they didn't ask. They
Don't
didn't
ask, don't
ask.
tell. Okay. All
No,
right.
and you should not go asking the girl that you're on a date with, like, oh, how many dates do you have lined up for this weekend? That is just bad dating etiquette. Like, you want to have good
See, I like that
dating etiquette.
etiquette. Yeah,
Etiquette.
like
There's
saying,
dating etiquette. Like when the
when's the last
hostess
time
says
when was the last time you slept with a guy? Like, don't ask her that on the first date.
bad dating etiquette. Or another one, this one kills me. When the hostess says, okay, your table's ready, you always say, ladies first. Let her walk in front of you. That is good dating etiquette. There are things that you'd be surprised women notice that go such a long ways.
Yep, ladies first, and ladies pay the first bill.
Okay.
You're like, it's making sense why he's single. No, by
No,
the
you're
way,
single
on
because you're not meeting girls that you're interested in. That's why you're
yeah,
single,
I
which is
just don't
fair.
meet chicks. But anyways, listen,
Yeah.
you need to speak to the guys right now. Who pays the bill on the first date? Who does it?
Whoever asked the person out.
Okay. Now, I very rare has a girl asked me out. It has happened. In fact, I have a divorced woman with a couple kids asking me out all the time. And I feel so bad. But hey, if I want a free meal, maybe I should say yes, but I don't want to get her heart involved.
Yeah. So if you ask a girl out, if you're a viewer and you're listening to this right now, if you ask a girl out on a date, you pick up the check. If
Yeah.
she asks you out on a date, she can pick up the check.
Yeah, but isn't
That's the
it
rule.
like I've never had a girl pay for something. That's in my old school. Like I don't want her paying for freaking a meal.
Yeah. It's all about how you were raised. I'm not
Yeah.
This is modern time dating, so it's all about how you were raised, whatever makes you feel more comfortable.
Okay. Okay. Um,
It's funny because I know that some of my other dating experts are going to watch this and be like, "No, the guy's supposed to pay." And I'm going to be like, "Listen, it's 2022.
what's the
I'm
thing
not."
that gets so you're a dating
Mm,
coach, you're in this world, you're reading the reports, the science behind attractiveness and modern ways that we date and connect as humans. For you personally, what's the thing that gets your attention? Because you're not married, right?
Confidence.
You're dating someone, right?
Hmm.
So
Confidence.
what was the differentiator between that guy and all the other guys that I'm sure have slid in your DMs over the years?
Confidence.
So confidence is
Someone
like, hey,
who
I'm a multimillionaire. I'm freaking awesome. You don't know what you're missing. Bro over here wants to take you on a date. Dash Jonathan.
no, just confidence, like someone who is not
Oh,
intimidated. You need to be confident in your who you are.
who am
Yes.
I?
Yes. Jonathan, I don't even know.
We
I
don't
don't
even
even
know.
know.
Don't
We
even
don't
know.
know. We
Helpless.
don't know. But
Helpless.
one thing's for sure. Guys who are scared and who their voices are shaking when they come up to you, like girls, we hate that. We're just like, oh, come on, please stop. Like, stop. Like, because we can feel that nervous energy. And then it makes us feel nervous. And then we're both nervous and it's just like a mess.
If
So, but obviously you have to get out there and try. You have to
yeah.
practice
What so
approaching women.
I'm listening to all my crypto men in the audience going, yeah, but I'm not confident because I haven't been on a date in forever and I'm 50 pounds overweight and I sit in front of my computer and I buy freaking, these
Mm.
Bitcoins and coin. Like she's gonna think I'm a loser, blah, blah, blah. Like how you say like be confident. How can they be confident? They're talking to a beautiful girl. They haven't seen a female type since pre-COVID. What do they do? Like, how do you get that confidence? Can you act it? Can you
Mm.
put it on? What would you say to that?
Fake it till you make it. Even if you're not feeling your most confident, fake it. Be like, you know
Okay.
what? I came into this situation single. So no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't change. It can only go up from here, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just go into it and be like, you know what? I'm going to bring my A game. Even if it's just 30 seconds, I'm going
Yeah.
to do it. And just take a deep breath and go for it. And also, just so you know, confidence is something that builds over time. No one wakes up and goes, oh my God, today I'm confident. I'm a new person. Like
Yeah.
that is not a thing. It takes hard work and you just have to do your affirmations. I think earlier we are talking about, I don't know how I got off that thread for a second, but I was saying how when you're in your car or in an Uber and you're going to a date, practice those affirmations, like the I am, and then fill in the blank and do 3 of them. Like I am confident in myself. I bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
I know who I am. I'm a family guy. I'm like, whatever that is for you, remind yourself of those things.
Right.
And that actually builds confidence over
Yeah. I'm
time.
just going to crank up like this, like, eye of the tiger, it's the king of, I'm just going to like walk in and what's up? Nice to meet you. Sit down. You're paying the bill. Okay. So what else can we give? What is some last words we can give? I want to wrap it up here because I've taken too much of your time, but this has been an awesome conversation full of good tips and tricks to get the job done, and to do it appropriately. Like when she says fake it to make it, you might go, oh, that's not being authentic. Guys, there are rules to games. And I think that's what you got to think of this is like, there's ways to get people's attention and there's ways not to. As a marketer, I know that. I play the games, whether it's a clickbait title, whether it's a thumbnail that's more catchy than the next. We're always playing the game of how to get someone's attention. And if you go in saying, I don't have a plan, I'm just organic, ask yourself, how is that working for you? And then remind yourself that to not have a plan is to have a plan. And if she's telling you that the number one thing girls are looking for oftentimes is that sense of confidence, not cockiness, not arrogance, then you need to figure out, what does confidence look like for you? Do you come across that way? Or are you needy? Are you like intimidated by her? Because that is not the way to play the game. And I think that's like a big banner over this whole conversation that hopefully our viewers are listening to. I know I am, because sometimes I find myself, I'm on dates with very attractive, like 9, 10 out of 10 type girls. I've dated like, very beautiful women. And those first dates, I remember having to tell myself like, you are on par with this woman. You are equal. She has nothing that, you are here to provide her value, and I had to like go in and tell myself that was faking it till I made it, you know? So is there any other final words I want you to picture a bunch of crypto guys in their boxers watching this video. They're at home, they're depressed, they're probably eating pizza. And they just think this is a fun conversation. I've been entertained, but love is one of those things that I've given up on. Maybe I was married in the past. Maybe I've dated. I don't know. I'm just going to keep buying Bitcoin and stocks and money and all that. But there's so much more to life than money. There really is. And that's why you're on here is to really combine. Because if I just talk about finances on my channel and we don't pair it with all the other parts of life, we're imbalanced people. Right. And we have very little to offer the world. Who cares how much freaking money someone has if you don't have relationships? And so, so I've tricked you guys into watching this video up to now, but I want you to kind of speak to that person because you run into guys all the time. And what do you say to guys that maybe have given up on hope?
Get back out there. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not. But the more you try, it's a numbers game. We all know this, right? And just like Bitcoin, just like investing, it's a numbers game. So get back out there, shoot your shot. You've got nothing to lose. You're already single, so you have nothing to lose. But you have to put yourself out there. If people don't know that you're in the dating pool, how are they supposed to find you?
Yeah. I'm literally going to try it again. I'm going to go on Hinge. I'm going to download it and
send me your profile. I'll like do it. I usually charge to go over it. Like if you
maybe
send
that
me like
could be video number 2. Guys, in the comments below, would you want to do that? Type in, I want to see Jonathan's profile in the comments. And if we get like 50 of them, maybe you'll come and we can do a part 2. Want to do that?
I'll rate it 1 to 10. Yeah.
Okay. So there you go, guys. Leave us the comments. By the way, for the people that are like, man, I love this girl. She seems like someone I could connect with and be real with and transparent with, and maybe she could help me. She does have a list of people, right? Like you got people that you work with. So if you want access to that, how do they get a hold of you? What's the best way to get your attention for possibly some of your services?
Yeah, just slide in my DMs. Just find me on Instagram. That's the best way to reach me. So it's just at Thalia We Met. And Jonathan, if you could put that down there in the link somewhere.
I'll put it in the description. Just write, hey, Thalia dash. That's how you should start your comment to her. All right. Cool. Well, it's been awesome having you on the channel. Thank you for your warm, kind wisdom. Thank you for what you bring to the world and honestly changing people's lives. And I really appreciate all the wisdom you've given my viewers. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, if you want to see her again, leave us a comment right now. Do you want to see my profile on Hinge? Let's go.